so you finally learned how to cold approach and how to hit up girls. Everything went well and the girl seems excited for your date. You've actually done the hardest part. Now it's time for you to enjoy the date. Fast forward to the actual meeting. You've said a lot of stuff that gave your girl the impression that you are insecure and needy. You think to yourself that everything went well, and after the date, you've texted the girl, hoping you could get another date and maybe finally getting some coochie. But she doesn't reply. And now you just start coping and saying that she's busy. But she's been busy for 3 days straight and still didn't reply. And so this scenario repeats a few more times until you start feeling hopeless and just sad about your dating life and interactions with women. But don't worry, my friend. In this video, I'm gonna help you find out if what you are saying and how you are portraying yourself is giving females the ick. And also, by the end of the video, I'm going to teach you how to fix that and becoming a good conversationalist so you will attract them. And so, the number one thing that you should avoid saying is, what kind of guys do you actually date? Or something along the lines of, what thing are you looking forward to a guy? You might think that it's a perfect ordinary questions that you should ask, because you think it's a way to find if you guys are actually compatible. But let's actually dig deeper and find out why this is stupid. First of all, are you going to just change on the fly? That's just impossible. You are who you are, and your authenticity and personality actually let you connect strongly with someone. But just as an example, if she says that she's into skinny guys and you're muscular, are you gonna just take all your muscles right there? I don't think so. Now, the next thing that might come to your mind when asking this question is just to find out that if you're the typical guy that she dates. And if the typical guy that she dates seems to be a lot like you might think that's a good thing.
Psych!
She probably dates those guys all the time and she's still single. It might just mean that she actually doesn't know what she's looking for. Or actually there are other reasons in her mind that she does that. If you want a video that describes the reason that a girl might date, let me know in the comments. What happens if she says that you are not like her type? Then she might be intrigued and exciting being with you. Or just outright bored and uninterested because you are so different to what she usually dates. It goes both ways and you can never tell if she likes you or not, even if you ask this question. So stop asking it. So what can you learn from this? You must understand that she's into you to some extent. If she wasn't, she wouldn't agree to meet up with you in the first place. So stop acting scared, because it makes you look insecure. And that might be the actual reason that a woman ghosts you after the first date. Now, the next thing that you might ask a girl is also a bit related to the first one. And it sounds like this. Are you into me? Most of you probably cringe after hearing this and thought to yourself, what the hell is this? I'm not in the 4th grade to ask that. But there are actually key things that we can take out of this question and actually improve your game. First of all, usually on a typical first date, you go to have fun and chat. Also, in the process, you'll be learning about the other person in direct and indirect ways. So in that moment, you don't really need to know. If you are really geeky about this, you can watch her body language and try to tell from that. But if you're not that good with indirect communication, I recommend that you don't try, because it will ruin your experience. Second of all, you will get this question answered by yourself if she agrees on a second date. It just makes sense. If she says yes, that means she's into you. If not, move on. And guess what you're actually doing when you ask this? You are portraying insecurity just like in the last point. So what you can learn from this? You should be in a state of abundance, even if you're not. Don't feel the need or pressure to be validated by a random girl. She's not the first, she's not the last. You don't need her, simple as that. So don't be needy and insecure, just depending on her to be happy and all that. By having an abundance mindset, you will actually have an amazing time. Because instead of focusing on the girl, focus on having fun. So just don't ask this question, because you'll seem insecure and also you'll have your answer anyway when you try to go for a second date. Okay, now the last thing that we have to discuss is giving her compliments. Now, This might get a bit confusing, but just bear with me. Pretty girls hear this all the time from people who they barely know. So complimenting on her appearance and stuff like that doesn't do any good. It doesn't impress them or make them feel really nice either. And guess what? Being in a first date most likely means that you are also a guy who she barely knows. So, and this will hurt a bit, you're throwing a wordless compliment from a wordless position to a person who most likely doesn't appreciate that compliment. And so stuff like this are cheap and they are received as cheap. And if you watch this far of the video, I know you want to be received as high quality and important. So how do you actually portray high quality traits besides what I described you earlier? Instead of complimenting someone on their appearance, focus on having a great conversation and a fun time, because that will give off the vibe that you are actually interested in her and her presence. And also, if you really want to give a compliment, it actually must mean something and to someone that you actually admire. No, seriously, ask yourself this question. Do you really give random strangers compliments? Like, just imagine you walking on the street and see random dudes, random girls. One of the 3 guys that you see there, you just give them, bro, nice bicep. Oh, damn girl, that's a nice dress. Oh damn, you're looking so pretty today. Just imagine saying those to random strangers that you never seen in your life. The best case scenario, you'll probably receive an awkward smile. And also, the girl that you're on the first date with, she's a stranger too. And unless she showed you something that you can actually admire, you don't have anything to compliment her on. So, to wrap things up, in this video I showed you a few unattractive traits that come off from acting and speaking in a specific way, and also what you should do to fix that and where you should aim to act so you can become attractive and do well on dates. And finally, getting the girl of your dreams. And so, if you enjoyed this video, I encourage you to subscribe so you'll find more videos like this that will actually help you and give you valuable advice. Also, check the link in the description if you want to get jacked and if you want to get girls. Until next time, have a great day.